The Xbox showcase that happened recently wasn't that bad. Starfield really saved Xbox with this one, and it had to because Starfield is like the last lifeline Xbox has at the moment. But before I talk about Starfield, I want to mention the other games that are at the showcase, then move on to the big bad Starfield. Okay, so first up we have the game Fable that was shown off, and god damn I was disappointed. Now the trailer for the footage says it's in-game, right? So this isn't a typical video game CGI trailer, but the way the trailer is shot in, it looks like a damn CGI trailer, and we barely get any gameplay. Like, this is mostly what we got, right here.
It's the biggest piece of dog shit.
That's it. You're telling me we waited 2 years and we don't even have some real gameplay? Like, nah. The Fable presentation was ass. So let's just move on to the next game.
Who are these around you, Senua? Those you have saved, or those you led to death?
Shut up! Hellblade II. This was another in-game footage reveal that shot like a CGI trailer. Basically just another nothing burger. Like, I'm sorry, I can't get excited for a cutscene. I need to see some real gameplay. Like, these damn CGI trailers slash cutscenes, they don't do anything for us players. CGI trailers are short, flashy videos that are designed to generate excitement for upcoming games, right? But they rarely show any actual gameplay. And that's very misleading and often leads to disappointment. Plus, you don't get a feel on how the game will play like. It barely adds anything for the game, so the Hellblade 2 reveal was another miss.
Fight back, nigga! Fight back, nigga! Fight back! Fight back!
The last game I want to talk about before Starfield is Forza Motorsport, and I'm glad to say this trailer actually has some real gameplay in it. My god, it's amazing, and yes, this game does look pretty good. But that should be expected. It's a Forza game. The Forza games are the highest quality AAA racing games you could ever play, and this one is no different. The vast amount of customization you have on your vehicle is stunning, and I do have to say the game will probably not sell as well as the main series since this is a strictly stock car auto racing game. It's not as casual as the Forza Horizon games, but for people who have a thing for stock racing, they will no doubt have fun with this title. Alright, no more foreplay. Let's talk about the big boy, the savior of Xbox, Starfield.
This is where we belong.
Now I do have to say, this game looks great in all honesty. Like, I'm a little hyped for this game. Now, I don't know if it was the Starfield presentation with the nice peaceful music that was playing. I don't know. All I know is that Starfield seems pretty promising. Just the vast amount of things you could do in the game is certainly cool. Traveling to 1,000 different planets, building your own crazy spaceship, fighting weird ass aliens, and doing spaceship combat looks great. And I'm so glad that Starfield is looking good, because if you really think about this, this is Xbox's time to prove itself again, because Xbox has been failing for a minute. Even Phil Spencer, the CEO of Xbox, was basically waving the white flag of defeat when he was in that one interview.
There is no world where Starfield's an 11 out of 10 and people start selling their PS5s. That's not going to happen.
And I I can't blame them. Xbox has been taking some serious hits. Halo Infinite has a dying player base. The game Scorn had terrible combat with a chunk of technical issues, and the game Redfall was a complete joke. It has bugs and performance issues, repetitive gameplay, brain dead AI, and a high price point for a crap game. All those games I just listed are recent Xbox exclusives that haven't done so well. So hopefully Starfield can deliver, because Xbox desperately needs a win for once. Now I know I've been praising Starfield, you know, it kinda sounds like I'm a sponsored ad for them. But I am a little skeptical of the game, because first of all, it's a Bethesda game. And let's be real here, Bethesda games are known for releasing buggy at release. This is due to the company's focus on creating large open world games with a lot of content in them. The bigger the video game, the more likely there's unseen bugs and glitches in them. And Starfield is definitely an ambitious game. As they pointed out, there's going to be 1,000 planets to discover in the game. That's a lot, and we're talking about planets here, so each one of them is probably going to be large, I assume. Now, I'm not saying Starfield is too ambitious and they can never do something like that. No. The video game No Man's Sky has countless planets to discover in that game. Plus, that's an indie video game. They don't have the countless employees and computer hardware that the Bethesda has, so certainly doable. But I'm still remaining skeptical of Starfield.
Man, this some old bullshit.
Another worry I have is the vastness of Starfield. Now I know I've been praising Starfield for the amount of content it has in it, but an overly large or bloated game can just feel exhausting to play at times. They can often feel overwhelming to a new player just because they're so large. They can feel repetitive because there's 100+ missions in the game. Also, Starfield's main selling point, the exploration of 1,000 planets, may become exhausting after a while, because how many of those planets will just be barren wastelands where the only thing you could do is mine for resources? Or how many of those planets will only have one interesting location in it? How many of those planets will just be a bunch of enemies scattered everywhere and that's it? We don't know, but I can assure you, overly long or bloated games do have a fair amount of issues that come with them, and Starfield definitely looks like a bloated game since there's a ton of stuff to do in that game. But overall, I am pretty excited for Starfield because it's gonna be a one-of-a-kind game, because there's not that many games like it. Sure, you do have a bunch of games where you're in space and you fly around in a spaceship, but do those games also have the capability for you to enter into 1,000 different planets and explore them on foot with a whole bunch of different wildlife and biomes with a main story? Probably not. The only games I can think of that are like Starfield is of course No Man's Sky and Star Citizen, which isn't even fully released yet. And I guess if you're feeling generous, you could add in Mass Effect. But that's it. Now maybe there's some other ones that I missed, but those are the main three. And that's why I'm excited for Starfield, because it's a very, very unique video game. And hopefully Starfield will do some good for Xbox, because as of right now, Xbox is definitely the underdog in this console generation. But as I and many other people out there, we love a good underdog comeback story. So you go get them, Xbox, and may Starfield shine bright.
No.
You should subscribe now.